baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
New York.
So almost ready to get underway. Our starting pitcher in this one, Kodai Senga. How about a scouting report on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And he lays down a bunt, grabs it barehanded, and very nicely done for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup.
Second, third baseman, Connor Norby.
So up next, Connor Norby. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. One out, bases empty.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Rip to third. Throws to first. Got him.
Batting third, right fielder,
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that extends the inning.
Batting fourth.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Next to hit, Jonah Bride. Next offering is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that will end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score after a half inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Out to short, Edwards. Lindor retired.
Batting second.
Here's a Mets lineup now. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
One down, base is empty. Strike two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Three and two now. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Headed towards the corner. Sanchez on the run. Can't get there. This one lands foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1-2 now. That's a little bit low. That one missing inside. Hard on the ground to first. Mervis steps on the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mets go down quickly, scoreless after 1. Back here in Queens, all set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Matt Mervis. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. Next offering is outside. Way upstairs, and that's ball 3. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Liner saved it first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Griffin Conant, the next up for the Marlins. And that misses off the outside edge. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Davison de los Santos.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Davison de los Santos. 2 down, nobody on. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and a miss.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Outside low, 2-2. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And the Marlins down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here at Citi Field. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Chases the changeup in the dirt. On to first. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call. He probably should have gotten. Didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2nd inning here, no score. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Smoked on the ground to second. To first. Now 2 away.
Batting 6, designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Here's Jesse Winker.
Okay, you asked for it. About to go no street Ave on him. I'm from that bully where bullies were quick to spaz on him. That's me, homie, fatigues on me.
Ripped to short. And he can't come up with it.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you get another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
And now here is Tyrone Taylor. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that's going to get into the corner. Here comes Winker. Relay throw home. He'll score, and it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on the pitch like he did right there.
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Taylor headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in, and they take a 2-run lead.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Runner at first with 2 away. Jeff McNeil stands in. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Alvarez off of first with 2 away. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground, out to short. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Nick Fortes.
That's a ball.
Just missed.
Ball.
That's a walk.
Nope, that's
Went
ball
with the
4.
cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound
Now
right
batting
there. Pretty much
shortstop,
gifted him first
Xavier
base with a
Edwards.
quick free pass.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Xavier Edwards. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his third of the game.
Now batting third baseman.
Connor Norton will hit
Norton.
next. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Liner, and this could be trouble. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And he's got a double. Coming home. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. One left for Miami. They trail it here 2-0. As we go to the last of the third. Here's Francisco Lindor. Out to center. Stowers sizing this one up. And there's one away.
That's just a really
Now
nice catch
batting,
on
right
the run
fielder,
right there. He
Juan
saved extra bases for sure. If the
Soto.
pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's Juan Soto. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now
I can't argue with that
batting
one, and
third
clearly he was
baseman,
looking for something else.
Marquez.
Anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift in a 2-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Not even close there. And it's 2-1. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Now batting first baseman Pete Alonso.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. One now.
Aye.
In the dirt, blocked.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Vientos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That
2-2,
misses,
Dale.
and it's 2-2. Mervis. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. As we go to the
Leading
top of
off
the
for
4th.
Miami,
Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a foul straight back. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lindor calls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting second baseman Jonah Bride.
And now Jonah Bride. Swing and a miss as he was out front that
2
time.
strikes.
Fastball is outside.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. They got it for out number 2.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick.
Now
Front
batting,
shoulder
the
open,
first baseman,
backside
Matt
collapsed a
Mervis.
little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Now a pop-up on the infield. Vientos makes the catch, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mets 2 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. John
Leading
Shabby and
off
Chris
for the
Singleton
Mets,
with you.
left
And leading off the
fielder,
bottom of the 4th, Brandon Nimmo. Foul ball. And a pitch. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now Jesse Winker. Nobody out, runner at first. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, it certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
First and second, no outs. Tyrone Taylor now at the plate, and 1-2. Nimmo, the lead runner, out at second. Winker on at first with nobody out.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Miami's bullpen with some action. Ronnie Enriquez preparing to come on if needed. Nardi warming up as well.
Three and 2.
And they're all
That's
loaded
ball
up.
4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Seth
Miami.
Martinez
Number
into the
61.
game.
Really tough
Seth
spot to come
Martinez.
into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. In the air, right field. Sanchez gets under it. Brings it in. Runners tag up from second and third. Lay at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And they're up by 3.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did.
Up
Good
next
pass to the
for the
baseball.
Mets, second
Jeff
baseman,
McNeil up now for the Mets.
McNeil.
Runner on the go. The 1-1 is fouled off. One, 2 now. And that's a strikeout looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's the bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Mets 3 and the Marlins nothing. Ready now for the 5th inning, and now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. In the air, center field. Taylor settles under this one. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter
Davison de los Santos. The next up for the Marlins. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Action in the Mets bullpen. Jose Butto getting ready to go. Minter, a left-hander, also throwing. Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance.
It's almost like he's telling the guys in the bullpen, stand down, I got this.
Center fielder Kyle Stowers.
2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins.
Ball. That's inside.
That clips the corner.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Miami down in order. They trail it here 3-0.
Now pitching for
So
Miami.
a young arm coming on now
Number
out of the
32.
pen. Ronnie Henriquez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And they'll do it again. Breaking ball inside. And the count's even at 2. Struck him out looking. Froze him with a backdoor slider.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
There's a strike. And that one way outside. And it's 2-2. And that one finds its way through. One gone, runner at first.
For the Mets,
and next will be the cleanup hitter,
baseman,
Pete Alonso.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Filthy changeup right there.
One ball,
Just pulled the
2
string.
strikes.
And that's off the outside edge. Ball 2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Next offering is downstairs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your base.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Two balls.
Squirts away a little bit. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Vientos, the lead runner at second. Alonso at first. 1 gone. In the air, left field, down the line. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
And next is the designated hitter, Jesse Winker. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Gone. That one made it to the upper tank. A massive home run. And they tack on to their lead. It's 6-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ronnie Enriquez will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Marlins, Andrew Nardi.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And here is Tyrone Taylor. And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm
game. Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Danny Young, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Nunez also getting ready. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
2 down, bases empty.
Third baseman,
And up next
Connor
for Miami,
Norby.
Connor Norby. The 1-1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Toss to Alonso. Marlins set down in order. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 6 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Queens,
Leading off
and now
for the Mets,
Francisco
catcher,
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That ball right there landed in what they call a no-man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Next to hit, Francisco Lindor, and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, right fielder.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets.
Soto.
Next offering is in for a strike.
I got 3-2.
McNeil at second. Lindor over at first with 1 away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Stays alive. Line drive, base hit, right center field. McNeil headed home. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 7-0. Not in time. He's safe. Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Now at the plate, Mark Vientos. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And here is Pete Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Scoring is Lindor. And it's an RBI single. It's 8-0. Now the Marlins.
Pitching for
Now
Marlins,
here is Brandon
number
Nimmo.
59, Anthony Veneziano.
2 outs. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Gets to it on to first. That completes the strikeout inning over. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 8 and the Marlins nothing.
Pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Mets.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the
Number
mound.
81.
Danny Young.
And you know,
Danny
bullpen
Young.
guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness
Leading
matters in
off for the
situations
Marlins,
like this as
right
well.
Fielder, Jesus
And now the right
Sanchez.
fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez checks his swing, appeal to third, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Now, Jonah Bride. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two out, space is empty. And that skips in the dirt. The Marlins down to their final strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this one in a blowout.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
8-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.